Hey guys, welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a very chit-chatty get ready with me. I really talk a lot in this video, so I really hope you guys enjoy it. We talk a little bit about makeup, we talk a little bit about my new apartment, and we even get a little bit personal. I really just wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to let you guys know what was on my mind. I'm also using the new Tarte product, so I have the new Tarte Pro palette, which is on my eyes right now. Do not forget to let me know what you thought in the comments. You guys know how much I love reading what you guys have to say. Give this video a very big thumbs up if you'd like to see more chit-chatty get ready with me, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So if you like to see how to get this look and you like to hear me talk for the next 15 minutes or so, then definitely keep on watching. So I'm just gonna put this little headband on, get my hair out of the way. So we are gonna begin with my primer, and I'm actually gonna be using this Lash primer, and it just really makes my makeup look really nice and smooth on my skin, especially when my skin is feeling really textured. This stuff is so good. So now for my foundation, I'm gonna be taking this Laura Mercier Candle Glow Soft Luminous Foundation. I'm just going to start to blend this into my skin with my new Ofra Beauty Sponge. This is my second time using this thing, and I do really like it. It is a really nice Beauty Blender dupe. This one I find is a little bit more squishy than the Beauty Blender, but it still blends out my foundation really, really nicely, so I do really like it. So let's talk, since this is a get ready with me. I'm in the best mood now because I just found out that I'm able to move into my apartment a little bit earlier than I thought I would. So I'm not going to be living there earlier, but I'm going to start moving in stuff earlier, which is just so exciting because number one, so much stuff is building up in my bedroom at home right now because I just keep on buying so many things because I'm the most impatient person ever. And I'm also just excited to start putting things together. It's gonna be awesome. So I have been furniture shopping like crazy, as you may know if you follow me on Snapchat, because I've been snapping my furniture adventures, and it has been so stressful. Like, I did not realize how much work it would be to furnish a whole apartment, especially if it's your first time moving out. Like, you need to buy everything. Basically, the main theme for my apartment is mixed metals, but I'm mostly doing brass with white, blush pink, and burgundy. So it is like a really girly, glam, vintagey theme, and I'm just really loving the way everything's turning out so far. I cannot wait to show you guys in an apartment tour. All right, so I'm not gonna apply any concealer just yet because I do wanna apply my eyeshadow first, just in case there's any fallout. So now it is time to take out the palette that I'm sure a lot of you are waiting for me to use, and it is the new Tarteist Pro palette. As you can see, this packaging really displays fingerprints just beautifully. Since I love the other Tarte palettes so much, I really wanted this one to be amazing, and it is really, really nice. So we're gonna play with it a bit today. So I'm first gonna take my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, of course, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lid, all the way up to my brow bone as my primer for this look. So I'm gonna be taking Innocent on my fluffy brush. This is my Sigma E40, and I'm just going to apply this above my crease, and this is gonna be our transition shade. Just to get that color sort of haloed around the eye, I'm gonna apply quite a bit of this since I do want this look to be pretty dramatic, and I do want this to be pretty heavy. So now I'm going to take a smaller little blending brush. This is my MAC 217. I'm gonna take Whimsy, which is the orangey shade, probably one of my favorites in this palette. And I'm gonna apply this more directly into my crease and a little bit more concentrated than the last shade. So I actually filmed this look yesterday, but I did not end up liking it because I was just in such a terrible, anxious, and stressed state that it really translated on camera. Now, I told this story on Snapchat yesterday, but I really wanted to sort of retell it here because obviously not everybody follows me on Snapchat, and I do feel like it's sort of important for me to repeat. So I am an extremely, extremely anxious person. I have really debilitating anxiety. I've had terrible anxiety ever since I was 3 years old. It's been something that I've had to deal with my whole entire life. Only very recently have I sort of learned how to cope with it properly and how to deal with it properly, but I still have days where I just feel like shit, and I don't feel like getting out of bed, and I don't feel like doing anything, and I'm hard on myself, and trillion things are running through my head. I get comments all the time asking me how I stay so positive and how I'm so happy in my videos all the time, and of course I'm always gonna come on camera when I'm feeling, you know, good. But when I'm not feeling good, I don't like to sort of expose that. So I just want you to know that I go through the exact same things, and it's okay not to feel okay all the time. I also plan on doing a video all about my anxiety and sort of talking about how I deal with it and how I cope with it and sort of like the history of it, because I feel like it's so helpful to hear other people's stories, because I know for me personally, I always thought I was the only one. And I think to just hear somebody else's story and to know that you're not the only one is just so reassuring. That's all I'm going to talk about for that. Just know that that video is coming and I will be doing a whole thing all about it. So now back to the makeup. I'm now going to take a little bit of Mod and a little bit of Drama, which is the deep purple shade. And I'm going to start to apply this into my crease. This is really going to deepen everything up. And I'm also going to put this on the outer corner of my eye as well as on the inner corner of my eye. And this is going to start to create that spotlight smoky eye. So the deepest color is going to be on the outer and inner corner, and then you're going to leave the middle of your eye blank. Another fun fact about me, I am in school. I feel like a lot of people don't know this about me. So it is really stressful being in school and doing YouTube full time. It's definitely not easy. I also get asked a lot how I deal with the stress of doing both things, and to be honest with you, I go a little crazy sometimes because it's definitely a lot, but the best thing you can do is to have a physical agenda. Having everything that you need to do actually physically in front of you and not written down on your phone personally gives me such a sense of like calmness, because I'm such an anxious person. I need to sort of be scheduled and know what I'm doing so that I don't get overwhelmed. If you are juggling work and school and just a lot of different things, get an agenda. I'm telling you, it's a freaking lifesaver. Last night I asked you guys what you wanted to see me talk about, and somebody asked how I decided what I wanted to do, and was it a no-brainer? Did I just fall into it, or did I have to do some soul searching? I think that's a really good question. So before I answer that question, I just want to tell you guys what I'm doing. So I'm going to be taking Glam, which is the most gorgeous highlighting shade in the world. I literally want a jumbo size version of it because it's so beautiful. And I'm going to take a flat synthetic brush, spray it with a bit of Fix Plus, and I'm going to put this right in the center of my lid. So 3 years ago, before I started YouTube, I felt so lost. I would have anxiety attacks literally every single day. Think about what I want to do with my future, because I honestly had no idea. I thought I wanted to be a photographer, and I applied to a photography program at a university, and I did not get in, and I just basically had a meltdown because I was like, this was the only thing that I thought I was good at, and I didn't even get into that. You know, when you're so young and you're 18, 17 years old, you're trying to figure everything out, and you feel like you need to know exactly what you want to do. When I didn't, so it was very, very overwhelming for me, and I just felt so distraught for the longest time because I didn't feel like I was good enough. And even with photography, I didn't even really feel much of a passion for it. It almost felt like I was forcing myself to like it because it seemed to be almost the only option for me. When I didn't get into that photography program, I decided to sort of take the semester off, and during that semester off, I took a makeup artistry course, and that is really when I totally fell in love with makeup. If I didn't get into that photography program, I don't know if I would be sitting in front of this camera right now making videos for you guys. I think that not getting into that program really sort of pushed me to find something else that I loved, and that made me find makeup, which made me discover that I wanted to make YouTube videos, and that is basically my story. That is how I sort of fell into what I'm doing now. And if you're in that position and you feel like you are still trying to discover what you love, there really isn't a race, and it's okay to take time. You need to be able to try things and experience things until you find something that you really truly love. There you go. That's a little story for you guys. So I'm gonna be taking my Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. So I'm basically just gonna apply this underneath my eyes. So I'm just blending that out with my Beauty Blender. Blends out really easily. My Tarte Shape Tape definitely has way more coverage. This is more of like a light. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the eyes. I'm gonna take a little pencil brush, and I'm gonna grab Whimsy, which is that orangey shade. I'm gonna sweep that underneath my lashes. And I'm gonna take my Morphe M515. I'm gonna take Drama and press that up against my lashes. For my inner corner, I'm going to go back into Glam, which is my new favorite shade ever. It's the most amazing highlighty shade, and I'm going to put that on the inner corners. All right, so now I'm just going to apply my mascara. This is my Maybellne Lash Sensational, my all-time fave mascara. It is the best mascara ever. So now we are going to move on to the face, and I'm going to take another one of the new Tarte products. This is the new Tarte Pro Glow Kit. Looks like this, has the same really messy thing on the front, which I'm not a fan of, but that's okay. And there are 4 highlighter shades, 1 powder contour and 1 cream contour. I don't know why companies are putting creams with powders. I don't think it is the smartest thing in the world, because when powders mixed with creams, it creates a very weird consistency, and I just feel like powders and creams should just be separate. I don't understand having them in the same palette. Hopefully it won't get like all messed up. So I'm gonna be taking this little Kat Von D brush. I'm gonna grab this cream contour, which is called Shade, and I'm going to pop this into the hollows of my cheeks, also onto my temples and hairline. It went on pretty creamy. I'm gonna pat, and it seems to be blending pretty nicely actually. Oh yeah, it's blending really good. I'm always scared with cream contours if they're gonna look patchy or if they're gonna be difficult to blend, but this is blending very nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to contour a bit with the contour shade that's in this palette. It is called Sculpt, and I'm just going to apply this into my cheekbones. And I really, really like the shade. It's sort of like the perfect contour shade. It's not too cool, not too warm. Really, really nice. I used it yesterday and I really liked it. Now I'm going to take my highlighting brush. This is my Zoeva 134, and we are going to highlight. So I'm going to take the shade Lit. It looks really pretty and it's very, very glowy, but just know that it definitely brings out a lot of texture since it is so metallic. I know so many people who just love this glow and who don't really care about the texture issue, or if you don't have a lot of texture on your cheeks, then you'll be fine, but I feel like I do, so I don't know if I like that. All right, so now it's time for the lips, and we are going to be using, very exciting, the new Tarte lip paints. They basically changed the formula of their other lip paints, which never really dried down and never went completely matte. So this is a completely new formula that is quick drying, and it is a matte. They were really great. I wore one of these yesterday for about an hour. It felt really nice and lightweight on the lips, was not too drying, and it also lasted while eating lunch, and it was a really, really deep, dark, vampy, purpley shade. So I was very impressed. Now today we are going to be doing something very deep and dark. It is in the shade Acid Wash, and it is a very, very, very dark, like purpley red shade. I feel like this just sort of brings the look to a whole nother level, which is why I wanted to use it today. The thing with this shade in particular that I've realized, because it is so dark, is that when you first apply it, it does look a little bit patchy, but once it actually dries down, the patches sort of go away and it does become completely opaque. So when you are applying it, if you're worried that it's gonna look patchy, just wait until it dries down and it's perfect. This is the completed look. You got your really vampy fall lip, your really sultry spotlight smoky eyes, and I am pretty happy with the way it turned out actually. A+. So that is it for the finish Get Ready With Me and tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and enjoyed this look that I've got going on my face, and enjoyed listening to me just talk to you guys for a little bit. So definitely let me know what you thought in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Now, if this is the first time that we're virtually meeting,